Hey guys, this is Anna from Kaiju Bites, and we're going to do a review on Crest Hill Antiques and Tea House. And it is located in the Plains, Virginia, which is in Northern Virginia. It's an hour-ish from DC, if you had traffic, because traffic's always horrible. And you know, it's out in the country. And it's where the Virginia Gold Cup is held, and also the Virginia Scottish Games. I'm not sure if that's the official title, but you know, beautiful area. I love it out there. If I had enough money, I would love to buy a farm out there. But anyways, there's a little quaint city called the Plains, and this place is awesome. I've always liked the Plains. And there are actually two other good restaurants that I've been to in the Plains, but I haven't been there in forever. But so originally when we went last year, that's where my fiance proposed to me. I actually had no idea that they had moved. So when we went to go visit, I actually went to the old, and it's still an antique shop. So I walked in and I'm like, and I like go to where they used to have tea, and I'm like, there's no tea settings here. And so I finally found the owner, who was like in the back. I was like, hey, is there tea here? She's like, oh honey, they moved across the street. And I was like, oh, okay. So I walked across the street, and yeah, they did move. And you know, before I filmed this, I actually went to their website, and I guess they had moved a month after, or they had decided to get the place. I'm not sure what time frame they moved. So it's still a tea shop and an antique store, but they've actually like kind of expanded the tea shop aspect, and they reduced the larger antiques. So it used to have like a lot of the big furniture pieces and stuff like that, but I guess they reduced it to like the fine china and like some of the smaller antique items. So yeah, so if you're into antiques and you're into tea, this is like a perfect little store for you. I decided to go with to meet all my bridesmaids, because we needed to get measured for our dresses. And it was a little weird. Like I told her, I was like, yeah, we're measuring ourselves for a bridal dress. For the bridal dresses. And she was like, oh, okay. Because you know, we just after we finished tea, we just started measuring each other. But she was like fine with it. It is like, some people call it high tea or afternoon tea, or I'm not a tea expert, so I don't know like what really is the proper terminology. I know some people get mad when you call it high tea, or you know, probably my best friend's gonna watch this and like smack me later, but anyways, she's the tea expert. So we got, they have different options on their menus that you can get. We actually ended up with the full Monty, and the full Monty is like $22, and you basically get assorted tea sandwiches, a scone with their clotted cream and lemon curd and jam, I believe, and then you get like the pastries and like cookies and fresh fruit, and I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it. Oh, and tea or coffee. So this place actually gives you an option of getting coffee. So if you have a friend that's like, I hate tea but loves coffee, then hey, they can get coffee instead of tea. So this is definitely a good option for them. They have assorted tea options, and they actually have a good menu, so it's not like you're like limited like 2 or 3. Like I've actually been to one tea place, they had like 4 or 5, so it was like really not great selection. But I mean, I ended up going with the pumpkin pie, which was so good. It smelled so heavenly, because I'm a huge pumpkin person. I love pumpkin in most things. Some things should not have the pumpkin flavor added to them, but the tea was really good, like especially because we went in late summer, not fall, late summer. And you know, so it was kind of put us in the mood for fall. Especially when they had the one sugar and just the little bit of the cream. It was perfect. It just was like, it just put me in the mood for fall. I can't remember like my other friends, like I know my one friend got pumpkin too, but you know, I think my other friend got the green tea, and my best friend, she usually gets black tea, like an Earl Grey is usually like her favorite. And but she likes oolong too, so I don't remember quite what she got, but everybody was really happy with their choices of teas. And you know, and the food quality was good, and like, and she had so many like selections of scones. Like usually when you go to some tea places, they're like, we have one scone and that's all you get, or like two flavors of scone, you pick one. So she had like actually had like multiple flavors of scones that you can choose from. I forgot exactly what it was. It was a butterscotch scone though. It had some, I think there was something else with, but it was mostly a butterscotch scone. It was awesome. And I think it was like craving butterscotch too, because we had our Universal trip like that was coming up, and if like, well, at that time like 2 or 3 months, or two, I think it was 2 months before our October trip. And so it just put me in the mood. Like I really wanted, I've been like obsessed with like butterbeer and stuff like that this year. So like the whole butterscotch thing was like perfect. And with the lemon, like even it was good with the lemon curd and like clotted cream. So yeah, so definitely the solid place. You know, and for the price, it wasn't bad. For $22, you actually get a really good tea service here. Because I think sometimes, like, you know, it's tea, and some people were kind of like, oh, that's not very filling. But it actually was. Like, I was like, it's like, I think this happens to me at any tea service, except for at Coach and Horse. They'll put, like, the tier down, the tier stand down, and I'm like, that's not gonna fill me up. And then I start eating, and then I eat like I'm struggle to eat the last bite. It's so funny how it works out that way. So definitely good portions for what you're getting. It's probably one of the more better priced tea services in Northern Virginia that I know of. There are plenty that I don't know, so, but I do enjoy their tea service, and I will go back. I just don't know when we will, but yeah. So I will give it a 4 kaiju bites out of 5. I think the only thing that like really was negative was like a little bit of the owner. Or the manager, I think she was kind of grumpy towards the end. Like she started off really super nice, but I think towards closing time she just got a little grumpy. So I think that's why I'm giving it a 4 instead of a 5. But other than that, it was a great shop, great experience, and I would definitely go back again. So until next time, guys, I hope you like and subscribe and join me on future food and kaiju adventures. Talk to you later.